Welcome to this IB Biology high-level lesson. In this video, we will explore the origin and evolution of cells, how the first cell emerged, how eukaryotic cells evolved, and why multicellularity matters. This is part of topic A2.2 on the origin of cell. Let's start at the beginning, the first living organisms on Earth. We have strong evidence to support that prokaryotes were the first cells to form. This simple single-celled organism likely emerged around 3.5 billion years ago. They had no membrane-bounded organelles, but they could carry out essential life processes like metabolism and reproduction. Later in evolutionary history came to the eukaryotic cells, larger, more complex cells that contain membrane-bonded organelles like mitochondria and chloroplasts. But how did this complexity arise? The major theory that explains the origin of eukaryotic cells is called endosymbiotic theory. Let's break that word down. Endo means inside, symbiosis means a mutual relationship between two organisms. So the endosymbiotic theory suggests that eukaryotic cells formed when one cell engulfed another, and instead of digesting it, they formed a mutualistic relationship. The engulfed cells became organelles, specifically mitochondria and chloroplasts. Imagine an early ancestral eukaryote counting smaller prokaryotic cells. Some of those prokaryotes were heterotrophic, meaning they consumed other molecules for energy, or some others were autotrophic, producing their own energy through photosynthesis. These early eukaryotes engulfed these prokaryotes, but instead of breaking them down, they kept them inside, forming a long-term beneficial partnership. Mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cells, and chloroplast, the site of photosynthesis in plants and algae. Now let's look at the evidence that support this theory. Circular DNA. Both mitochondria and chloroplasts have their own circular DNA, just like the prokaryotes. They have 70S ribosomes, which are found in prokaryotes, not the 80S ribosomes typically of eukaryotic cells. Mitochondria and chloroplasts replicate independently of the rest of the cell using binary fission, the same process prokaryotes use. They both have a double membrane, suggesting one membrane from the original prokaryote and one from the host cell that engulfed it. All of this provides strong evidence that mitochondria and chloroplasts originated as free-living prokaryotic organisms. Now let's switch gears and talk about how organisms transitioned from single-celled to multicellular forms. Multicellularity evolved after eukaryotic cells appeared. It allowed organisms to grow larger, live longer, and develop specialized cells that perform specific functions. This process is called cell specialization, and it is key to how complex life exists today. All cells in a multicellular organism have the same DNA, but they don't all look or act the same. During embryonic development, cells begin to unspecialize stem cells. As development proceeds, certain genes are activated while others are turned off. For example, a neuron will express genes related to sending nerve signals. A cardiac muscle cell will express genes needed to contract the heart. Some genes, like those needed for ribosome production or cell division, are expressed in every cell. This reflects the idea of unity in biology. But differentiation or diversity in gene expression gives rise to different cell types with different roles. What are the advantages of multicellularity? Multicellular organisms can develop special cells that carry out specific functions. They also grow larger and live longer. These organisms occupy different ecological niches and work efficiently as a whole system. However, specialized cells are dependent on each other. It's separated from the organism, they often cannot survive on their own. This lesson brings together the concept of unity and diversity in biology. The unity comes from shared features. All cells have DNA, ribosomes, a membrane, and follow the same genetic code. The diversity comes from how life evolved from prokaryotic to eukaryotic, from unicellular to multicellular, and into a wide array of cell types. The endosymbiotic theory and cell specialization explain the complex cellular structures and systems we see today, and how life was evolved from the simplest organism to the biodiversity of life on Earth. Thank you for watching this the IBDP Biology high-level lesson on the origin and evolution of cells.